Hello friends, and welcome to Mechanistic Pharmacology by Dr. Nitin Nema. Today we will be discussing about pathophysiology of leprosy. So let's begin with the learning. What is leprosy? Friends, it is one of the chronic granulomatous infectious bacterial disease of the skin, peripheral nerves and mucosa of the upper airway. Dear students, it is also called as Hansen's disease, as one of the Norwegian scientist Dr. Gerhard Henrik Armeurer Hansen in 1873 has done extensive work and discovered the slow growing bacterium now known as Mycobacterium leprae. Now coming towards its pathogenesis. So friends, when a person inhale these bacilli via aerosol route, these infected bacilli, that is Mycobacterium leprae, they transmitted towards lungs alveolar macrophages where these bacilli proliferate. Friends, during this time these bacilli lie within the macrophage and remain dormant, but they still alive. Therefore, this is one of the long term disorder. After reaching the lungs, they travel via blood stream and reaches towards the cooler region of the body, that is skin, nerves as well as mucosa, where they causes the membrane infiltration as well as nodules may develop along with diffuse skin. Friends, during this time skin lesions and sensory loss starts for the infected patient. Now heading towards its clinical features. Friends, as we had already discussed that these infected bacilli, they proliferate into the lungs and they remains there into a dormant state, and at a particular concentration, that is 100 organism per cell, these macrophages they remain alive for longer duration of time. Therefore, this is one of the chronic granulomatous long term infection which possesses a doubling time of approximately 14 days, and therefore this is one of the slow growing bacteria. Friends, when we talk about the incubation, it ranges from 9 months up to 20 years, average 4 years for tuberculoid leprosy and twice that of lepromatous leprosy. Now the cell mediated immunity is completely absent in lepromatous leprosy, which shows negative lepromin test also. Friends, in the lepromatous leprosy there is anesthesia of the distal parts, atrophy, ulceration and absorptions of the mucosal surface also occur. Now it can cause nerve damage via entry through blood vessels, causes inflammatory response due to deficiency in the cell mediated immunity, causes demyelination, and symptoms include skin lesions or sensory loss, muscle weakness, poor eyesight, finger and toes are shortened and deformed due to the absorption of cartilages. As you are seeing in the depicted picture, that there is a diffused skin which possesses different nodular surface on the mucosal surface of the skin. Now, complications of leprosy. Friends, blindness is one of the important complication and side effect of leprosy, along with disfiguration of face, as we had also already seen in our previous slide. Friends, as I already told you, that is one of the granulomatous disease, that is inflammation occur, that is granuloma of nerves, respiratory tract, skin and eyes. Along with kidney failure, brain damage also occur. So, these are few complications followed by the paralysis of the patient if long term infection sustained. Now, heading towards diagnosis of leprosy. Friends, leprosy can be identified by skin biopsy, culture test, in which Lepromin test is widely used test for the identification. In Lepromin test, there is capability to develop cell mediated immunity towards Mycobacterium leprae was observed. As I stated, in tuberculoid leprosy there is cell mediated immunity is normal, but in lepromatous leprosy the cell mediated immunity is completely absent. Therefore, it shows negative Lepromin test. Acid fast staining is also one of the test to identify Mycobacterium leprae. Test for collagen as well as test for calciums are the other tests for the diagnosis. Treatment of leprosy. Friends, in the year 1941, Promin or sodium glucosulfone introduced. These drugs, they break down into dapsone and they causes the painful injection site. It is one of the anti-malarial drug as well as anti-tubercular drug. Then in the year 1950s, dapsone pills were introduced, but the resistance observed in the year 1964, as this drug is found to be bacteriostatic in nature, not bactericidal one. Friends, finally in the year 1981, WHO recommends multi-drug treatment, which is a combination of dapsone, anti-tubercular drug rifampicin as well as clofazimine. However, other antibiotics like ofloxacin, moxifloxacin, minocycline and clarithromycin also given. Friends, as we know that this disorder causes inflammation, therefore, to control nerve pain, steroids, anti-inflammatory drugs as well as prednisolone also given. Now, adults with the multibacillary leprosy, they follow multi-drug treatment plan for 12 up to 24 months, which is followed by rifampicin 600 mg once a month, dapsone 100 mg once a day, clofazimine 50 mg once a day and 300 mg once a month. So, this is a treatment plan for multibacillary leprosy. Now, adults with paucibacillary leprosy, where the treatment plan is for rifampicin, it is 600 mg once a month, then dapsone 100 mg once a day. Prevention of leprosy. Friends, in the history, leprosy has left behind a frightened image and human memory of mutilation, refusal and elimination from society. Therefore, vaccination is the only way to prevent leprosy. Therefore, BCG vaccination is one of the vaccine which is given to the patient so that some sort of leprosy or some sort of infection can be prevented. Isolation of patient, wearing mask or cover your mouth, ventilating room, maintenance of hygiene and strengthen the immune system is the way to prevent leprosy. Lastly, summary. Friends, patients under treatment should be monitored for drug side effects, leprosy reactions and for development of ulcers. 1 or 2 patients in 10 may develop reaction which are not side effect of multi-drug treatment, rather they are the body response towards leprosy. Sign and symptoms include such as skin patch become reddish, swollen or sometimes painful reddish nodules appear. Nerves, pain in the nerve and joint, loss of sensation and weakness of muscles, it is commonly observed for these patients. Generally, fever, malaise, swelling of hands or feet also occur. So, we have to examine the patient in a well-lit room, inspect whole body and ask the patient since when the skin patch was noticed. Test the skin and nerve for the sensation also. Currently, there is no single vaccine that confirms complete immunity in all individuals against leprosy. However, BCG is the vaccine which is the only way to prevent some sort of infection. Finally, friends, physiotherapy exercise are taught to the patient to prevent deformities from work. So finally, here are the references which I had taken for the lecture. So thanks for watching, friends, and do subscribe, support, share and comment the Mechanistic Pharmacology by Dr. Nitin M. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much.